I'm Reverend Phil Miller Evans. I'm the pastor at Church of the Beatitudes in St. Petersburg, Florida. So we came up here as part of the Cooperative Baptist effort with the Angela Project. Really excited about what we heard this weekend. We're starting some initiatives in St. Petersburg right now, and the work about redlining that we heard about how we've built into our city planning this kind of racism is so very obvious in St. Petersburg, and we're dealing with the redevelopment of Tropicana Field, and that was taken away from low-income folks. Every part of it was wonderful, but that particularly stood out for me to think about how that has been part of our planning from centuries ago.
I am somebody, red and yellow, brown, black, and white. We're all precious in God's sight.
It was spectacular. I mean, to hear him, and for the years that he has been working to try and make us aware, to open our eyes to what's going on around us, and to hear Reverend Jackson to speak like that was just inspirational.
100 years of delay have passed since President Lincoln freed the slaves, yet their heirs, their grandsons, are not fully free. They are not yet freed from the bonds of injustice. They are not yet freed from social and economic oppression. And this nation, for all its hopes and all its boasts, will not be fully free until all its citizens are free.
In 1963, a century after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation, America was still divided. Segregation kept blacks and whites in separate worlds that were anything but equal. It would take the loss of life of young and innocent children to shock America into taking a stand for justice. On the morning of September 15th, just as Sunday school classes were ending, dynamite ripped through the 16th Street Church. 5 girls in the basement of the church were buried under 30-inch thick walls, and 4 of them died. The nation was appalled. The need for change was painfully clear. The tide of support for civil rights swelled, flowing into Washington, pushing the passage of the Civil Rights Act and the Voters Act the following year. It was the innocent hope, bravery, and sacrifice of children that revived a movement and changed the future of a nation.
Join us for the Angela Project, June 19th, 2019, in Birmingham, Alabama, at the historic 16th Street Baptist Church, the site of a great national tragedy for our country, to commemorate the 400th anniversary of American slavery. The Angela Project confronts racism in our current day and age, and is a place for us to speak into as Baptists, as Christians, as those who are concerned about the impact of racial injustice in our country. After Charlottesville, the Cooperative Baptist Fellowship penned a statement beginning with these words: "This moment requires more from us as churches and as a nation." As Dr. King reminds us, the great tragedy is not the strident clamor of bad people, but the appalling silence of good people. Silence is not an option. Silence is not Christian. Silence is an affront to the gospel of Jesus Christ. And we will not be silent about the ravages of racial injustice now and in the days to come. Join us for the Angela Project, June 19th, 2019. Be there and show up for justice.
You can run.